He's talking, it's hot to leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt. It's clear to see. All eyes on me.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Oakland Raiders. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL Playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Lock in. Blue. Hey, 18. You see it? Red, up.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Let's go. 18.
On second down, here's Trubisky. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky going deep for Benjamin. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Prescott looks to throw on first. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A second down throw for Prescott. Looking deep for Gabriel. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. He finds Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Prescott now from the 50. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
46. Gun.
On second down, Prescott again. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Hey, switch. 46. 26.
They go play action here on first down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Let's go, get out. Here we go, 46. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. They don't have his man. That's Cooper. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Gun. Choose the right. Gun.
A second down throw for Prescott. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches.
We'll go 47.
This is Coleman. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
It's coming now.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
He'll get it up the middle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Here we go. 47.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Here we go. 47. 47. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Switch. Here we go. 47. Hey, we're going right there. Scared. 26.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kevin Coleman taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. And the Steelers set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Now he's flushed out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Move. Stop!
On third down, Trubisky. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down, Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing here, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their body.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
26. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott now on second down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Raiders on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Raiders on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46. 26. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking deep for Gabriel. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken around the 12. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
18.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Airing it out deep for Woods. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Reggie Randall. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll toss it to Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is Can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
46. Run.
Prescott on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
47.
Here's Coleman, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Here we go. 47.
It's Coleman here, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Parkey's kick is good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Switch, and go, get out there. Switch, and 26.
Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Prescott now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. looking to throw. Prescott. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On play action, Prescott. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. 3rd down here. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Good. Good.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
46. Switch and
Prescott looks to throw on first. Forced out to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here you go. Here we go, 46. Watch 98 to Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the a hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Off the play fake, Prescott. Ertz over the middle. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Trubisky. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Throwing left side, it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Trubisky will throw. And some room to maneuver. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now it's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now Trubisky. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And the Steelers on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Room here to run. Shifts free at the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And I want to give the big guy some credit because he deserves it. But where was the defense there? Because he's not a burner.
I think they fooled him big time by handing him the football. It's not normal for him to touch it very often on a running play. I think the defense was just ill-prepared for that eventuality.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, the spin. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
It's coming now. Hey, 47. Sweat is 8.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. To the right side. He's got Cooper. It's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball.
Here we go, 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And this was caught by Max Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Here you go. Switch is 8.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll rifle this from deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
See what you got. Here we go, kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. Prescott to throw it. Ertz has it left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
One score down. Here we go.
46.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
26.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And no, it's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A give to the fullback on the dime. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Lock in. Back. Move. Ransom. Hey, gotta go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact, if anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
First down, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Here we go, 46, 46. 41's the whip.
Back to throw. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Here we go, 47. Gun. Here we go. 4-8. Here you go. 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
Back to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Coleman now, and he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Prescott. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Parkey with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And it's no good. He comes up empty on the late field goal try, and they are out here in the divisional round. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.